Welcome to the channel, folks. And greetings from Puerto Rico. Let's get things closed up a little bit here. Now, they ran an update to system update 14 in the beta, which I got this morning, which nice. And okay, we're in Roosevelt Roads, or the old Roosevelt Roads. We're going to take off from here. We're going to fly low along the northeast coast, and until we get to Old San Juan. We're going to go around El Morro real low so everybody gets a good look at this great place, and then we're going to land at Fernando Luis Ribas Dominicci Airport, which is the airport right there in the bay of San Juan. With that said, let's get this going. Let's see, we got everything we need. I think we probably got, nope, no flaps needed. We got 11,000 feet of runway. Flaps are not our problem. 11,000 feet of runway. Boy, if that doesn't say a lot. We've got 80. Let's pull it back a little and we get an airplane. Level off and let some speed build. Said, let's get her down to 24 squared. And that is beautiful Puerto Rico and El Morro over there in the distance. Take a peek from above. And now we're heading up towards the El Conquistador Hotel. We're going to go and buzz that real low. There's an island of condominiums up here. Which is real cool. So we'll do some low-level snooping and pooping here along the coast of Fierdo. If I butchered the name, excuse me, and please correct me. There's a little island of condos, our starboard bow. And here is the El Conquistador. Now what you see halfway down the hill is the honeymoon suite area, village, the honeymoon village. And then at the bottom there are more hotel rooms along the beach area or along the harbor. And on top are your hotel rooms and your restaurants, swimming pools, golf courses, that type of thing. It's really something. It's a great place to go. It's getting a little long in the tooth, but you know, I'm okay with that. And then we're going to come around the corner here, and we're on the North Shore now. And getting back to that luminescence again, these little inlets here ahead of us, they're luminescent as well. Throw that out there. Luminescent plankton and bacteria. It's absolutely something else to see. Okay, we're at 600 feet. Beautiful morning. And these beaches here along here are just the kind with the palm trees and the sand and commercial style, you know, the kind of beaches you'd see in movies. In fact, the first time I was down here, I think it was my second trip to Puerto Rico. We were down along these beaches and there were horses running. It was that cool. And back down here a little bit. Let's see if we can get a good idea of where we're headed. You know, I kind of know where we're headed, but yes, the north coast of Puerto Rico. Surf's up, folks. I think it's been about 6 years since I've been here. And this is the beach I was telling you about that we came and there were horses running and there were palm trees out in the sand. This was that beach. They could detail the default scenery doesn't do it any justice whatsoever, but it's still good to see it in the flight sim. And here's some more. Beautiful beaches. I think they got a little resort thing going on here. Golf course. Nice. that's kind of where we want to end up here. This is some pretty scenery. Yeah, the last time I was here, we drove, pardon me, from the El Conquistador Hotel. We drove from there back to Old San Juan along this coast. And we stayed on the coastal local highway instead of jumping on the interstate. Got to see some of the local. Remember, it was getting dark as we got back. And parking in Old San Juan overnight is not for the faint of heart. Parking in Old San Juan, period, is not for the faint of heart, but yeah, I've only rented a car here twice, I think. Most of the time I'll stay like right in Old San Juan and then venture out from there. The last two times I've been here. And we're going to have to point out when we get to Old San Juan, La Perla, the neighborhood on the coast, right next to there's El Morro, then a cemetery, and then La Perla. La Perla is an interesting history. It's outside the city walls, and so if you were not European, if you were not free, you were not allowed to live in the city walls. So you had slaves living out there, you had butcher shops, anything that they didn't really want in town got sent outside the wall. And that's how La Perla developed. And it's a rather interesting community now. They don't like cameras. They've got a history with, I used to jokingly call La Perla the drug cartel's resort area. Which kind of explains why they're not really fond of cameras. And we're cruising along here at 450 feet. Off the coast. We're going to bring it in a little closer now. We're getting close now. Ah, there's Luis Munez Airport. This new airport, this was built in, I think, 1956. Yeah, no, and 54 was when this airport here was built. And like I said, I've been going here to Puerto Rico since '89. First came here in a cruise ship. Fell in love with Old San Juan. So there's the Louis Martin Airport. Marin, I think Louis Marin Airport. And this up here now is the strand of the resorts. This is all the big resorts. Now this is for the most part, default scenery, folks. So what you see is what Microsoft and Sabo gave us. Looking pretty good. This place is really something. When you're younger, back in the 80s and 90s, when I used to come here at night to the casinos, it was a lot of fun. Yeah, we're getting pretty close. Yeah. It's where all the big resorts are. And now we're coming up on Old San Juan. And then there's some older resorts right here at the entry into the bay. This bridge, I'll tell you, this bridge is something to behold at night. Where the teenagers stroll, I guess. They cruise it. The young ladies get out in their best and the guys are in their cars cruising up and down. There's the Normandy, or the Microsoft version of it, that long building with the rounded ends. It was built, I think, in the 30s. And then, if we look here, we should be able to see lots of cruise ships, and here's their capital. There's the capital of Puerto Rico, looking good. And here is Old San Juan, and that is La Perla. This is La Perla right here along the beach. It's a really cool little community. And then here we've got El Morro. El Morro, the castle, or the fort that guards the harbor. Now let's see if we can find ourselves a little bit of an airport to land at. There's the gate. There's our airport. And you see the walls down there. It's a little icky, but not too bad. All the cruise boats. There's the Sheraton. I've stayed there. And let's bring this thing down. Lots of cruise ships. Getting a little slow. Okay, 155. It's more a little bouncier than I like, but we'll take it. Folks, I want to thank you so much for joining us. That's a cool trip. In fact, that was a very cool trip. That's a big boat. And this used to be a Navy, U.S. Navy airstrip. And the Coast Guard was here during World War II, the Navy. And then it was also the main airport for Puerto Rico until '54 when they built Lewis Marin. And the Coast Guard was here until '85 when they moved to the Air Force Base down at the northeast corner of the island. So yeah, this airport's been here a while. It's really cool though, I like it. And again, thanks so much for joining us. Please hit that subscribe button and please hit the like button. Both buttons help make my day immeasurable. With that said, have a great day, Dog and I. We'll see you next time. We're heading up along the northern coast of Puerto Rico. See you next.